Far Rockaway is responsible for paving the way for Queens to have respect on Rikers Island. It's a Snapple fact. Why that's a Snapple fact is, prior to the Far Rockaway, which I'm gonna name by name, coming to Rikers Island, they was disrespecting Queens tremendously. That's where the Queens, that's where that come from. So was saying that, right? Then out of nowhere, it seemed like a busload of Far Rockaway came one by one after the other. The first one was Shy Wells. To give you an example of what type of that was, I was in March 6th. I went to court one day. That's the New Jack house. When I come back from court, the whole house is sitting on their bed and the lights is out like they on punishment. And there's one nigga sitting in the day room with the TV, with the light and the TV on. He got 3 rows of chairs stacked to the ceiling and he's sitting in the middle like he on a fucking throne, right? In the sky. So I look at niggas, I go to this dude I was talking to and say, yo man, what the fuck happened? The dude looking all sad and shit. He said, yo, the dude that's in there, he knocked him out, took his chain, he knocked him out, took his coat, he chased him around the shit, and he took both phones and told everybody to lay on their beds. I said, get the fuck out of here. So I go, I'm like, these niggas is crazy. Now, you know when you go to court, the first thing any nigga that go to court when they come back want to do is get on the phone because you want to talk to your people. That be your stress reliever. So you got to talk so you can lay down and feel a little better. That helps when you talk to your people. Because every nigga I seen come from court, you tell a nigga, even niggas on the phone, get the fuck off so you can use it. F you somebody. But, so anyway, I go in the room after coming and he took both phones and got all these niggas sitting on their beds. And I go in there and I say, yo man, I don't know what the fuck you did to these niggas, but I had time on them phones. He said, you lucky I'm tired. I said, what the fuck? That nigga said, you heard me nigga, you lucky I'm tired. I said, yo what? He said, how much time you had on the phone? He skipped all that tough talk I was trying to give back and just said, how much time you... So I shut the fuck up because I knew I was about to lie. I only had a half hour. So I told the nigga I had an hour on both phones. Now that I see he took all the phones from all of these niggas, I might as well come up too. So he gives me that. The next morning, they packed me and him up like, as if I was his man. I guess they felt like being that I didn't get subjected to his shit, I must have been with his shit. So they packed both of us up. So that's a whole nother story, but I got to see what he did to them dudes after we got to the house they put us in, because niggas jumped me. He didn't help me or nothing.
What crib you said that was?
What, the one that...
he came in there and did that?
March 6th. He did that in the New Jack house. Now, just to let you know that he wasn't just a nigga that was doing this shit to New Jacks. He does this wherever the fuck he goes. They could have been in there 10 years. He's taking over the house the same way he did this shit. And I got to see it happen after we went. But I'm going to tell you, when we went to 4 Main, fuck it. I try to make the story short, but I'm going to give it to you. When we went to, now they packed us up. I see this nigga. I'm only about 16. This motherfucker, I don't know how old he was. I guess he was 25, acting like he was 16, because that's what the grown men used to do on the island. Them niggas are place adolescent because they know the adolescents' mothers was sending them shit. Those was the niggas that have shit. So sadly to say it, the old niggas was robbing and playing on the young niggas. So if you was a young nigga in jail, chances are you might get punched in your face by a 36-year-old acting like you, because I damn sure did. And now you gonna hear that later on in the story too. Big from Far Rockaway punched me in my fucking face. Now, I ain't go out like no sucker or nothing, but I was 16. He was a grown man. His name was Big Head. and I got punched in the face by a grown fucking man. That shit was traumatizing, but I did my thing anyway. But to get back on point, Shy Wells, they sent us, Shy Wells turned to me in the hallway, and he was like, he said, no, he told the police, yo, where y'all sending us? The police said, he looked at the card, because they tell you on the card where you going. He said, y'all going to 4 Main. So Shy Wells turned to me, and he was like, oh shit, shorty. He said, we going to the House of Pain, right? And he was like, this way I'ma see if all that shit you was just talking, you know, how that play out. Now, I was a young nigga, but one thing I knew about me, I knew I wasn't ready for all of this crazy shit, but I knew I was good because my philosophy was, I don't give a fuck what's going on. Ain't nobody hurting me. I said that to myself. And I knew that right there was gonna give me the energy to get whatever shit I had to get with to be on top of my game in there. And so any nigga that go in there, I suggest you say that shit to yourself because it helped me. Because I said, I don't give a fuck what's going on. Nobody's hurting me. I made that decision and I never got hurt. I'm not going to tell you I didn't get scuffed or seriously challenged. I can't tell you that. So Shy Wells, they put us in 4 Main. When we get into 4 Main, the 4 Main got like a Seagate area where the police have a bubble where they stay in their station, and that gate that separates the hallways from the cell area where all the inmates and people on the island is at. So when they bring the New Jacks in, they bring you between the Seagate. It's 2 doors, and they close them doors, and they got like it's gates. And on the other side of the gate is the day room. So all the people in that house that's in the day room, they get to see the New Jack, 2 niggas coming in the door. So when we got in there, they search you before they put you in there to make sure you don't got no weapon. So they opened Shy Wells shit, and when they opened this shit, all 50 niggas from the house, it seemed, got on the gate. When they got on the gate, they want to see what he got in his bag so they can rob us. But when they got on the gate, he instantly got up on them niggas' faces. And he was on them niggas.
On the glass?
Yeah, and they was looking at him, right? And they moved away from him, but they all came to my shit. But I didn't know to go stare them in their face. So I was assed out already because they seen I wasn't him.
Now, had Shy Wells been on the island before? He been in the 4 building before?
Yeah, hell yeah, because they came and snatched him because he owed Bing days. That's how I know. In the middle of him doing all of this shit, they came and grabbed him for some time he owed.
Let niggas know you could go home in Rikers Island back in the days. I don't know if it's like that now, but if you go home and you in the Bing, when you come back through,
you doing that
do
time.
Those Bing days, my nigga. I don't care if it's 8 months later.
So, Shy Wells, when we get in the house, I'm gonna tell this story raw dog because I don't care. My philosophy is I stand on truth, and even if it's a sad story, man, it happened, you know, and happiness is some shit that happens once if you can accept that. And I accept everything that happened to me in my life because that means it's done and I got a new start. So now, when me and Shy Wells, after them niggas done all came to my shit, now I got a problem. I'm worried. You know what I mean? Because it's about 30 niggas looking at my property. Even though I don't got shit, I'm still worried. Now, I'm worried because the whole sea of niggas that was on the gate trying to ravage through our property is on my property because they see that I'm not the gangster that Shy Wells is. You know, Shy Wells was very well experienced. Like, that was my first time. I was wet behind the ears, but I've been to Spofford and all that, so I already had a somewhat gel mentality, so I wasn't average going in there. So I had an advantage point, although that shit still was a disadvantage. So the niggas Shy Wells, they let us in the house. Soon as we get in there, The nigga Shaw Wells take both phones off the fucking hook and put them in his back pocket. And the niggas, all the niggas that, all the niggas, no, let me slow down.
Now, what house is this? 4 Main?
This 4 Main too, fellas. 4 Main is the house of pain at this time. So this little nigga that weighed 90 pounds wet with bricks in his fucking pocket goes in the house. The first thing he did is, y'all gotta excuse me because the story gonna be factual, but some of the parts I might have to refix them because I might say something that happened prior, and I want to give it to you in order. So first thing he did was he did take the phone, and the nigga went in the back with about 5 niggas. After he went in the back, all of them niggas clamped up. They knew the nigga, or some of the niggas that was on the phone. The big head nigga was in there that I told y'all punched me in my face earlier. We'll get to that too. So the nigga had a little small chain with a cross on. Shaw Wells made that nigga bend down. Shaw Wells was so fucking small, so much smaller than him. Big Head had to bend down so he could take the shit from around his neck. Now, not the shit on Big Head, because Shaw Wells did this to a few niggas, and a couple of these niggas is my mans, and I'm not gonna say their names. You know what I mean? I don't hold this against them, because these niggas is gladiators today, but at that point, they was up against something they didn't understand.
There's different levels to the savage.
Yeah, there's levels to the savage shit.
Different levels to the savagery, and the bottom line is some niggas is so monstrous and so savage and so beastly that in the animal kingdom, the other animals know they must bow down to this particular animal.
Totally agree.
It's not that they soft. It's just that this particular nigga is inhumanely savage.
Yeah, and godly blessed with his savagery. It's like no man has proven to stop this nigga with his shit. And he doing it to high-ranking niggas that should have been stopped him. Nigga, the nigga Shaw Wells knocked Frazier out from fucking Webster Projects. The nigga that was robbing everybody, Frazier, the legendary Frazier, Shaw Wells ran though, I was there. Frazier jumped out on us, and on my whole house. One man, jumped out on 50 niggas. And Shaw Wells was the one to cuff him real quick. Young! And he fell on his ass, but the whole house ran. Me too. I don't know why I was running, but I know if all the rest of these savages was taking flight, I had to follow suit because I wasn't on them niggas' level. I was 16, probably 5'3". I'm 5'8" right now. Who knows what the fuck was going on, but I wasn't no sucker. But I did have to play my position till I understood the shits. Cause I seen a lot of gangster niggas come home with size 15s and they was out here shooting at cops. And the reason I figured out what that was, how that could happen, cause the island was mechanical. You had to understand how the way this shit go so you could fight to prepare. How you gonna prepare from a style of karate and you don't know it? So let me just tell you my story with Shaw Wells, right? I don't know where this nigga at, but I know he alive. Cause he's such a legend, somebody would have mentioned this nigga dying. I know I would have heard that, right? So the nigga Shaw Wells just took over the whole house. He took big head chain. When I get in there, I just got in there. So I see a guy that I seen in my neighborhood. And I'm somebody in my neighborhood, especially at this time. So when I see this nigga, I know, well, at least I think he ain't gonna play with me because he know he live in my neighborhood and he know he'll die if he play with me. So I know he not gonna do that. This is what I think. But Rikers Island's a whole nother universe and it give a nigga a whole nother common sense. This nigga was crazy. So he sets me up. I guess he must have didn't like me the whole time he was seeing me in the street. Cause look what he did to me. I come in, and this what niggas was doing to niggas, cause I did it to somebody too. When the nigga came in, when I came in, I knew the press for the phones. So I'm like, you know, because the older niggas told us stories to let us know. So you little niggas, you better listen to older niggas. Because the reason I survived, it wasn't just because I was tough. Because tough ain't enough in these type of places, nigga. You need some more shit. You need math. The reason why Laz is my man is because I see he was smart. He was academically equipped along with his shit. Cause I don't fuck with niggas that's just thugs. Because what you gonna do? Die? Go to jail? That's what happens to niggas that's just thugs. You gotta be some extra shit if you wanna be a successful thug. Cause it's almost impossible. There's one Jay-Z, not 1,000.
Yeah.
1,000 niggas tried. So I tilt my hat to that. The Shawells nigga, so I get in the house, this is what happens to me. This is my fate because I'm a regular tough guy at the time. I was tough, but I'm regular, meaning I didn't know nothing about this island shit besides what the older niggas told me. I know more than the average nigga because I was listening. So when I get in there, the nigga set me up. I asked him about the phones like the old niggas told me. So the nigga was like, oh, don't worry about that shit, just go get on the phone, right? Little that I know, that don't work like that. Somebody gonna get at you. If you some new...
I'll call you back and I have a good lawyer.
I got you, mama. You got a good guard, too. Hey, look, so, it wasn't that many people in the house when I asked to go to phone. For Maine, they used to do night pool and gym or some shit like that. So all these niggas, the half of the house, go to that shit so they can wild out and get tired and come back, drink a big thing of Kool-Aid, smoke a blunt and go to sleep or some shit. Talk on the phone, they day is done. So I don't know this shit yet, but while I'm on the phone, I'm talking to my cousin JJ. So while I'm on the phone with Jay and shit, Jay gotta remember this shit. I'm on the phone with Jay. He asked me how it is because he never been in there. So he like, well, I'm like, it's all right so far, you know. Because I ain't seen nothing. No, I'm lying. I'm saying I'm all right so far. I'm not telling him it's all right. Because I seen some shit way before I got to this shit. I seen some serious shit. We'll get to that later. My whole entrance was a scary one. Yes, I was scared. And I believe any nigga that was in C-74 for the first time from 91 back, you had to be scared, bro. It's no way you wasn't scared. I don't give a fuck who you is. You were scared until you discovered.
From now back.
Yeah.
From now back.
Nigga, they had a sign. I didn't want to say this because I'm going to say it later. When they put me in the holding pen to process me, they had a sign on the wall. It's a million niggas that I know read this shit just like me and was scared just like me. The sign had a skeleton head. In the middle of the head, it said C-74. And he had bars for teeth. And it said, live each day as if it's your last. Cause today just might be yours. I swear to God. That shit put the fear of God in my young 16-year-old. Yeah, and then, but I ain't skipping cause alarms start ringing and shit. And niggas start coming in mummified with head wraps. Talking about they just got in the house 2 minutes and the nigga slammed the locker on their head. Shit like that. And I ain't even get to a house yet. So now I know I gotta go to where all of these niggas is getting ran back into the pens from. But to stick to the shit, so the house come back, I hear mad noise in the hallway from the door. Ooh, they sound like animals. So they coming through the door. So it's about 30 niggas. Like 20 niggas was left in the house, right? So they come in, and one little nigga, this little nigga's name was 40, he from Fort Greene. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at the nigga if you hear this shit, cause I did pluck you out.
Shit blowing mine.
And the funny shit, the funny shit is, Squeak probably know this nigga. Cause son of official nigga, mad niggas know him. He was the only nigga my size. I'm a little nigga, he was a little nigga too. But he was like the mascot of the house. Them niggas are the police. Look, I was in super trouble for plucking this nigga. Look. But I didn't start with him. He came in and he saw me on the phone. And the nigga was like, yo, fuck is you doing on the phone? Who the fuck told you? No, his exact words was this. Who told you to get on the phone? That's some shit your brother say cause your mother gonna whip your ass or some shit. So you know this whole language is letting me know this shit is crazy, right? Cause I'm understanding the words. Who told you? I'm like, told me to get on the phone. You need permission? I know this shit, but it's shocking to experience. So now I look at him and I say, who you talking to? That nigga say, ain't nobody next to you. I was so green, I looked. And I realized I was the only nigga standing there. So I told my cousin, said, what's happening? Right here on the phone. I'm like, yo, man, some nigga just said some shit to me. I gotta handle this, right? So I hang up the phone, bang. I go back to the nigga that told me to get on the phone. I'm like, I don't know who this nigga is to this day. But he one guy that I would slap the shit out of because this was some sucker shit. And he was from Harlem too. And these niggas was from Queens, Brooklyn, all types of shit, right? No, they wasn't. They all was from Brooklyn. Because no houses mixed at that time. They did, but it was very few in between. So the nigga 40, I go to the kid. I'm like, yo, you got a razor? Because I wasn't stupid. I knew if this little nigga that was my size was pressing me, it was because he had 10 niggas with him. It wasn't because he was brave and he was my size, because I'm just not the nigga that you walk up to and say, let's fight. Or none of that shit, especially if you my size. Bigger niggas try that, not niggas my size. So the nigga said, so I knew he had the force. I knew the force was with him, like Luke Skywalker. I knew that meant that that meant this nigga was lit in this house. You could tell when the energy, you could tell when a nigga say something to you and it's because everybody gonna jump you. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I recognized that the force was with this little nigga. So I went in there and I knew the only thing that'll slow down the force was a gun, a knife. So I went to the same dude that told me to get on the phone, not peeping, he lied me. And I said, yo, man, if some nigga just said some shit to me, I said, give me a razor, bro, because he can't want to fight me. I know he know I'd destroy him. They must gonna jump me. The dude said, you don't need no razor, just fight that nigga. As soon as he said that, the little nigga snuffed me. Boom, right? And the shit was like some sucker shit. You know, I done been jumped by thousands of niggas. I'm exaggerating, but I've been jumped. I've been through the process of the bullshit. So his shit, I actually remember thinking like, I'ma kill this nigga. You know how niggas snuff you and you see that there's no power? And you like, I'm murdering this nigga, right? So he hit me and I said, oh shit. First thing I did was I slammed him. Boom! I got on top of him. I'm feeding the nigga rice, gravy, and beans through my knuckles, right? Bop, bang, boom, bop, right? So the police run in there. They break it up quick. I don't get to really fuck them up. This shit is real because I ended up crying. So you understand? So you know I ain't just telling you a bunch of gangster shit. But I wasn't doing nothing for the record. I wasn't doing none of this because I was a gangster or I was tough. I was really none of that shit yet. You feel me? But I just was a young nigga that ain't gonna let nobody do nothing to me. And I probably bust somebody's ass. I knew I could do these things. But at the same time, I knew I wasn't equipped for the dynamics these niggas was doing. So after the police broke it up, they made sure I ain't hurt this nigga. They loved him. So the police told me, go in your fucking cell. They was mad because I beat his ass. They probably thought he had a knuckle game, and he might have, but his shit just didn't work with me, right? So I disappointed them, and they was disappointed that 40 got his ass whipped. So now they tell me to go in the shell, and I'm happy. Cause this is my first piece of meat in this bitch. So I'm happy, I'm young, and you know they tried me and I survived. You know a motherfucker that you be proud of that shit when you young. So I go to cell and I'm talking to myself, these niggas, fuck what? You know how a nigga do, we young and stupid, man. I look back and say we was really crazy for some of the shit we did. So I go in the cell thinking this shit is over. So I'm laying down on a bag, I feel like I'm King Kong. I feel like they seen my work and they know I ain't having it. I thought that little shit was gonna get me by, right? Sadly mistaken. Look, and I was in super danger and didn't even know it. They had a PA system back then. The PA system is the police could announce shit over the radio from the ceiling, the speakers in the ceiling. So I'm in the cell, my cell open, and the police said, go ahead and watch TV. I said, oh, they respect my shit now. I only been in there for 10 minutes. So I said, they must be giving me my props. This is the shit the older niggas was talking about, but it wasn't. So I was about to get lined. They was lining me.
It was terrible. One time, my mom's had bought me a bunch of stuff for Christmas. Like, it was like our first Christmas having our own apartment. We was happy. I mean, I had mad gifts under the tree. We went out somewhere, came back, all my gifts was gone. Somebody in my building had broken into my apartment and just took all my Christmas gifts. My mom's went downstairs and seen her, knocked on this door. Chick opened the door. Her kids was in there playing with my toys. Hey, yo, listen, the audio book is only on Patreon. We're about 3-4 chapters deep. If you want to catch up on my audio book, I'm releasing it chapter by chapter on my Patreon. I can't rush this because this is ultra personal. You heard? But if you want to hear my audio book, Kids with Guns, it's being let loose on Patreon. You heard? So go join my Patreon. 10 cash a month and you'll be all right. You're...
I said, yo, man, we ain't gonna have no issue over that shit with me and your little man, right? The nigga said, nah, man, and shook his head side to side, and he snuffed me. Younger down, right? I got up. All I seen was 20 heads, blurry heads. So I go in the day room, and they got these picnic tables in 4 Main and the hardest marble floor I ever seen in my life. Some shit, some gray shit, the picnic table gray. I learned some shit about the color gray because the houses I was in that was gray was so violent that I had to investigate, like, did that shit affect you? And I found out that it does.
Makes you violent?
Yes, gray is not a good color to surround yourself with because it's too dull. And I noticed that because 2 Upper was one of them funny ass colors, and I couldn't take it because I'm one of them niggas that gotta be everywhere at one time. I don't like the box. I'm not a box bean monster. I get in and I get the fuck out of there. I'm a nigga that run the street. So damn what I was telling you about 40 again. And how they lined me. They told me to go in the day room. So I sat on the picnic table and they cut on the TV and Party Machine is on. This how you know this is 1991 because Party Machine was out in 1991. They had the naked lady behind the silhouette. YouTube this shit so you can picture this shit. So I'm watching, it was videos. And that's before that, you know, this is what was coming out and niggas used to watch it. So all the niggas my age know about Party Machine. So I'm watching, and while I'm watching it, I kind of knew that 40 was tight with the big head nigga. Let me also say that Shaw Wells conveniently removed chain off. I gotta throw that rice on you, nigga, cause he snuffed a little nigga. Look. Look, so the nigga Sean Wells, I mean the nigga Big Head J come out. And this nigga's, I'm short as fuck. My nigga, I'm 5'8" right now. So I probably was 5'4", 5 dog, 5'5" or something, right? So I'm sitting on the table, you know, cause I'm a hood nigga. You don't never sit low. I'm sitting on top of the table with my feet on the seat mid part. So the Big Head nigga come in. I'm gonna wait for the train to pass. Snuff, I don't want to say. Yeah, he was 36. He might not even was 36. But that's what he looked like to me. He might have been 25. Yo, he might have been 25 or 26, maybe. Maybe. Look, but I was so young. I was a puppy. I'm 16. You know, a nigga 20 whatever, and look to a 16-year-old is somebody, he was somebody father status.
19, even for nigga 1920, he grown to you.
No, but he was above 1920. That nigga was grown. I know he was a full adult because it was adults in there, bro.
It was?
It was adults. Them niggas was grown. They was fathers.
I didn't know that at first.
Them niggas had kids.
You could tell them niggas anything to go down like, yo, I'm 16.
Yeah.
They ain't check nothing.
Yeah, they didn't give a fuck. They storing dummies. That's all they know is here, get in there. So now, not knowing this nigga could rape a kid, anything. They gonna take his shit, bag his moms. This is the shit that was happening in there. If you was a nigga that didn't know how to, you know, how to stay above the evils, the Rikers Island evils. So now, I left off where they told me to go sit at the table and Big Head Just came out. So Just came out and the nigga stands by me. So I wasn't about to wait and see if the nigga had a problem. I'm gonna ask him. I wasn't stupid. I said, yo, man, we ain't gonna have no issue over that shit with me and your little man, right? The nigga said, nah, man, and shook his head side to side, and he snuffed me. Younger down, right? I got up. All I seen was 20 heads, blurry heads, right? But I've been getting jumped so much that I fight 20 niggas better than one, because Spofford teach you that shit, because you have to fight in that motherfucker. That's one thing I'm grateful that I possess, because I learned you could get hurt getting jumped, and to this day, I will run before I let 10 niggas fight me. Only way I'm fighting 10 niggas is if you corner me, because you might not live after that ass whipping. One nigga could kick you and you could die. And I ain't playing, but if I run, I'm shooting somebody. Because I don't want to run, that's embarrassing. And the only thing makes up for that is somebody getting shot. And I understood that since a kid. Not because I'm tough, but I was really serious about you understanding I wasn't a sucker. And I knew that the only way you could talk shit after you ran is if you let that cannon go. And you know, I'm not promoting that shit. I advise anybody to bust a cannon in your brain. Because that's what I learned out of all of this shit. That the biggest gun that I had was the one that nobody really uses, which is they fucking brain, bro. So, you know, I promote, put the guns down, pick your brain up, bro. You ain't even gotta shoot. Somebody else will do it for you if you're smart enough. You know what I mean? But I don't mean to say that either, because I'm not telling you to shoot nobody, man. Why kill somebody when you could kill a game? I want all the niggas I got beef with to live, to see the shit that I'm about to do. I want you well, healthy. I don't want you to catch a cold. I want you to see what's gonna happen just when you thought the movie was over. But to get back to the script.
You said you woke up to 20 blurry heads.
I woke up, I didn't wake up.
But you
mine's well, because I was in a sleeping state, because I damn near, his punch, it was one of them things where you know your TV was going off, but it was dwindling, the sparks type shit, right? So I came out of that because I had no choice, because they coming to me. The punch was the opening, right? So now, when he snuffed me, I see a Spanish nigga come through, right? I recognized him because he was the only nigga that was my age in there, and 40. And he was a little older than us, but a young nigga see the other young niggas. That mean the rest of the people was grown men. So in reality, if I got jumped by 20 people, that means 16 of these niggas was grown, right? So now, when he punched me in the eye, blood's leaking in my eye, so I'm trying to wipe the blood out my eye quick, because I know I got a matter of time before the next nigga hit me out of these 20 heads I'm seeing. So now, the Spanish nigga hit me. His name was Deuce, too. And the reason why I'm saying his name is because if you out there, Deuce, I ain't got no beef with you. We was kids. And I knocked your fucking teeth out and blacked both of your eyes at one motion. So it's all good. I got your ass. And even if I did, my nigga, I wish you the best, B. We was kids just trying to survive in that shit. And I understand it. It wasn't personal. That shit was just business.
Where's someone from?
I don't know where this nigga, he was somewhere in New York. I just know his name was Deuce, and he was a Spanish nigga that had a fade and he had waves. So that means he was type hood. He wasn't just a regular Spanish nigga, because other Spanish niggas wasn't doing
You
waves.
ain't talking about that Spanish nigga that had the crazy
Yeah,
360, the short little kind of stuff. He wasn't stocky like
I've
that.
never seen him again since then.
But
so
this nigga, he ain't have a fade. He had 360.
It probably gotta be. Look, his shit was
Spanish nigga. I know you talking
listen,
about. His
bro.
shit was crazy.
Listen, I bust his ass. Look, I beat the shit out of Deuce.
He had like a mean mug.
Don't get mad, Deuce. I'm just telling the real story. I beat your ass though, and I did a nice job. Look, and it was funny as fuck too. This shit I tell you a lot of.
This is when the 20 blurry heads.
Yeah, this one. Nah, I beat his ass later.
All right, so what happened with?
I fucked him up with the 20 blurry heads too. He always got his ass whipped, even though I got my ass whipped, cause his stupid ass was the first one. Like I was a sucker. I'm good for one nigga, right? Look, stupid. So when he came, I plucked him instantly, cause I was mad as fuck that this young nigga is helping the grown-ups whip me. So it's bad enough I gotta get past these seasoned savages. I don't think I'm brave. I'm scared the whole time a child, bro. I'm tough and rough, but I understand that I ain't supposed to be going through this shit.
I don't know.
When that nigga said handcuffed in back of the bus, 40 of us, I really was on the bus when they was playing that shit. And feeling that part like, damn, this ain't supposed to be what we going through, bro. So, let me stay focused. What the fuck, what part I was, so the 20 blurry heads. So I caught the nigga Deuce, boom. And I told you, I always knew to take a nigga off his feet. So I took the nigga Deuce off his feet, boom. Cause the whole process of slamming the nigga, we was professionals. I know to angle you to where your shoulder blade or something hit the shit first, right? Some of my niggas was devious type niggas, and they taught us this shit. Like my nigga K. Bourne from Fort Greene, he could put a nigga to sleep with one arm. And he was a master at that shit. He the best sleeper I ever seen in my life. And I know he can still do it to a nigga now. So you young niggas better not play with that boy. Yo, but anyway, I see the 20 heads, I hit dudes. These niggas is hitting me with sticks, brooms. And I'm not talking about the broom your mother got in the house. I'm talking about the big, long shit in the school buildings.
Janitor broom.
The janitor broom. They rocking me with the mop closet joints, right? But I'm rocking. I'm hurting these niggas. They ain't just fucking me up. My whole fight game is different. Yeah, my shit is different because I actually listen to a lot of older niggas. And them niggas had tricks. All them niggas from the 60s and 50s going up to the 70s that was here before me, them niggas was different kind of niggas, period.
You say you slammed son a certain kind of way?
Yeah, on his shoulder blade to make sure he was finished. So when I slammed him, I knew I ain't got to worry about you really no more because I'ma earth the shit out of you. So I earthed him. Young! But I'm still hitting him because I'm mad too. And I know I can't handle the rest of these niggas, but I know I can torture this nigga that I got. So I'm giving this nigga everything. But they plucking me so bad that I gotta get up. I'm fainting. I'm waking up. I'm slamming his head to the floor. I'm fainting. I'm waking up. They knocking me out and waking me back up in all reality, because for me to keep saying I was fainting, that means they was hitting me in the head and I was going out. But every time they hit me back, I knew not to let that one nigga go. So I got up. Then some other shit, the Seagate, I slammed another nigga head to the Seagate, and the whole back of his head bust open. Them little gates, it's little stubs on them. I don't know how the fuck I knew this shit, and I ran somebody else back, spine to the table. Boom! So it's 3 niggas hurt, right? So the police, right? My mind, you remember that the key that I told you is the police sent me out there for this, right? Remember I thought I fake had props? It was the lineup. So now when all of that happened, now after I boogie with these niggas, now after we go, it seemed like we was fighting for 10 minutes, but in all actuality, we probably was going for 4 minutes, 3 minutes or so. But that's still a long time. So now they want to break it up that I'm scoring. I'm getting hurt, but I done hurt about 3 or 4 niggas now. And niggas is bleeding. So the police come and I'm flipping, I'm crying and all that, and I'm telling them, you bitch ass nigga, y'all thought I was gonna get hurt, right? I'm like, look how many other niggas got hurt. I ain't the only one bleeding, right? So now it was 2 sides. The side I was on was a Brooklyn house. And the other side of 4 Main was a Bronx and a Harlem house, right? So them niggas was some real official Dawn type niggas, you know what I mean? So them niggas watching the whole shit through you can see. You can see from the Seagate on one side into the day room. So the police, look what they did to me. This how dirty the island was. You would think after the whole house jumped me, they would move me to another house, right? No, them niggas moved me right next door to the other side, where I have to still come out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with the same 40 niggas that just tried to pluck me, right? So now, but what they didn't anticipate, and they did this because they was mad because I was talking shit. So what they didn't anticipate is that them older niggas from Harlem and the Bronx was they said, shorty, you did they pat me like it was a box. You know how when a boxer fight and nigga come out the ring, the coach, he got the wet rag. This what they doing to me. And I'm a little nigga. I can remember them niggas, I was up to their elbows. Them niggas just hit my face. They like, you did your fucking thing. Where you from, shorty? I'm like, I'm from Harlem. This how the island was. They like, what? We gonna kill them niggas. What? Even the nigga like, yo, don't worry about it. They just put you in here because they thought you wasn't gonna have nobody and you was gonna go out in the morning and them same 40 niggas was gonna kill you again, right? He was like, but we gonna tear their asses up. Now look how devious and dirty the police was. The police see them 6, these gangster niggas, I don't even remember who these niggas was, but I could tell, I felt presence from each nigga. So you know how each nigga holds some type of power?
It was all official niggas.
Yeah, they was. And the police knew for me to have them, it was gonna be a problem. So now they gonna send me out the house. Now that I could turn the shit upside down, they're gonna move me. But when it was gonna turn me upside down, everything was perfectly fine. So I'm hurt because I've never been somewhere where a child will be preyed on so much by not just adult prisoners, but adult police. You feel me? So this shit is, I'ma say, I might have been tough, but I always was in touch with, I like being human. I know this is blood that's flowing through me. I don't never want to be a robot to where I don't feel, even when I was shooting, I protected my feelings because I know once you go numb, you dead. Because that's the sign of being dead, numbness. You can't move. So I don't want to be numb. I want to care about people. A lot of people be like, you're emotional. You're not, nigga. What the fuck does that mean? You're dead, dummy? Fuck, we're all emotional. Get with the program, dummy. Fuck is you talking about? You don't get mad, glad, happy, sad, nigga? You dead. But anyway, from there, they moved me out the house. They moved me to Mod 8. Now this is where, the whole time them niggas is jumping me, Shy Wells is there. All I hear while they in between the sticks and brooms busting me is, do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. He's sitting in a fucking chair. He done took the phone. He in front of the phone, outside the door, telling me to do my thing, right? So now, I get up, the police come, they break it up, they tell me go, they throw me back in the cell this time because I'm mad that these niggas set me up. They throw me in the cell, they close.
Hold on. So what you mean? They sent you to another house now?
No, not yet.
Oh.
I'm going back.
Okay.
They did send me to another house, but I'm still in Fort Maine.
Okay.
This is fresh from the fight being broke, the jumping, or whatever, I don't know what to call it, the ass whipping, the multiple savage adults, whatever you want to call it, right? So the nigga, so now they put me in a cell, right? See, I jump around a bit. That's why you're good.
Well, you said when you was getting jumped, you heard Shy Wells saying, do your thing?
Do your thing.
What?
Both of us went into the same unit. We just didn't have the same fate. He took over the house, and the house whipped my ass, right? So to speak. They ain't really plucked me. I got 4 stitches out of it in the corner of my eye. One of these corners is 4 stitches. You feel me? That's from the big blockhead nigga, right? I probably would want to shoot a fade with that nigga, because a friendly one too, because it's stupid to fight over some shit from there or beef over some shit from there. But jokingly, I really would want to pluck that nigga back because he was a grown ass man. Not out of anger though, and I hugged that nigga because we both black and they had no business being slaves in the first place.
Straight up. Now niggas
Stupid slaves.
was all captives. And
yeah, that shit is slavery. Then after that, right, the police, that's when they put me on the other side and all that other shit happened with the big home, the niggas, the powerful niggas with the presence, right? From there, from there they moved me after they see the tough niggas was gonna hold me down, because they knew the first child was gonna be a war if them niggas would have tried to got at me with them old official niggas that was in there, right? And they was actually, they also evaluated me saying I was from Harlem. So it wasn't just me saying I was Harlem that was gonna save me. It was that I got busy, first of all. And then after that, it was that them niggas was like, who you know, who you fuck with? And the names that I was throwing out there was resonating with them niggas immediately. My names that I was throwing at them niggas was really my niggas. And my niggas was kind of serious at that time. So them niggas was like, oh, this nigga fam. So it was serious. That's why the police moved me. So I get to Mod 8. This is when I get to see what Shy Wells did to the mother niggas in Mod 6. Because when I get to Mod 8, Shy Wells not there. I told you, they jumped me and I got moved. Shy Wells stayed there. So he must have got kicked out or something, because one of the things I noticed, they brought him to Mod 8. And you heard the story when Biggie said, Mod 8 set me straight. Yeah, that's murder. That was murder Mod 8, nigga. And you feel me? And that shit was all this Fight Club shit you seeing now ain't nothing new. The back of Mod 8 was Trump Plaza. Every night, I'ma get to that later. Every night. And that's where I got to see Shy Wells and a couple of other Fall Rockaway legends show me their little tricks with their hands. These niggas, they took 52. They must have had 104. Don't call what they was doing 52. They was doing 104. The 52 blocks. If you had the name with them niggas, I call that shit 104, because them niggas was doing some crazy shit to niggas. But to stick on point where I left off at.
You said you went to Mod 8.
I went to Mod 8, and Shy Wells must have overwhelmed his welcome in Fort Maine, because they brought him down there. Now Mod 8 was a Queens house on one side and a Brooklyn house on the other side. Specifically, Brownsville and the nigga Moose had that house in the smash. The two dusty, crusty, super gangsters, them niggas was so tough, The police slapped Brownsville. They whipped his ass in the hall. You was on the phone with a nigga named Hall. Ask Hall about Coy. Can't go there. Coy slapped Brownsville. And Moose in Brownsville.
What Brownsville you talking about? You talking about Joe?
Yes. Know that nigga name is. Look, I had beef with him too. Yo, so the nigga Shy Wells, they move him in the house. This was his entrance to Mod 8. And I figured out that this was what he did in Mod 6 too. He came in the house, he shut the fucking TVs off, and he started making an announcement out in the air to everybody. He addressed all 50 niggas in the house.
Oh, they came and brought him to the same house that you was
Yes. The nigga said, yo, my name is motherfucking Shy Wells. I don't play no motherfucking games. He like both of them phones right there is dead from click to click.
And who was in the crib at this time? Like who?
My
Remember what type of niggas was in there?
My nigga. Oh my. Me? A nigga. Yeah, he had people. It was niggas that his message was above. But technically, 45 niggas, he was talking to 43 niggas.
Son was Broward?
No, man. This nigga's, yo, I swear to God, he almost like Shorty a little bit, but a little bigger. I swear to God, that nigga's like, I swear to God, he probably the same size now, cause he was grown. My nigga, I might be bigger than that nigga right now. And he was light. 90 pounds, wet with bricks in his pocket. The nigga had a Bruce Lee body, nigga. He was Bruce Lee skinny. And this nigga hands was Leroy from fucking Last Dragon.
Is that shit still recording? I'm just making sure it's still recording.
His hand game, my nigga. I didn't even see Ali do some of the shit this nigga did, and I'm not lying. I swear to God. And there's people that could confirm this shit. The nigga that I'm talking about is so legendary, bro, for his hands and his gangster, bro. He robs the robbers. I told you he took big blockhead. The robber of the robbers, and that's the best way you could describe him. Yeah, why did you think he knocked Son out? Cause Son was trying to rob Marlon from far Rockaway, and Shy Wells knocked him out. And we ran. That nigga was like the Hulk smash behind us, bro. I didn't know, I'd never seen 50 niggas run from one nigga in my life. I seen it that day.
Where y'all was at? In the corridor?
In the corridor. 50 niggas from one nigga. But this nigga was a nigga that was robbing everybody. He would go on the visit and rob everybody. Whoever went up there sparkling, I don't care who they was, they got robbed by that nigga. Who was this nigga, man? What I said, it was Frazier from the Bronx. He's a legend, but Shy Wells came in the house. Now look, after he makes this announcement, he starts picking niggas because he's not playing. He's not saying this and allowing niggas to sit there and just let his words linger with no action. So he goes around, he walks in around niggas' bags. And damn, it's crazy because one of the niggas he knocks out is my man. I ain't gonna call his name out. You know what I mean? Because I love this nigga. But, and you gonna know he out here. He a wolf too. Son Bruce Leroy was crazy. But I love you, nigga, if you hear this shit. But I'm telling these niggas, I ain't gonna reveal your name or none of that shit. I'm sorry. Okay, excuse us. You have a blessed day too, mama. Yo, so what I was saying. So Shy Wells start picking niggas. He go to niggas Shotwell's going to the toughest looking niggas, and they really the toughest niggas in the house. He going like, yo, you, big man. No, he like, you look like you think it can't happen. Go to the back. Niggas is running to the back like, what? They see this little nigga, and he plucking these niggas in 2 minutes, and they down, they not getting up, and he taking what he see valuable with sneakers, right? Throw that over there. You, go to the back, I want that chain. Either you gonna take it off, fight me for it, we go gun to gun, whatever you wanna do. But you gotta fight or something. Niggas was taking their shit off after they seen that he was glorious and victorious, right? I swear to God, right? And he caught one of the niggas, his joint off his neck. That's off record. He took his shit. He took his shit off his fucking neck, bro. Look, and there's no shame to son. And this kid that he took, that we talking about, he cut half the building. Later on in life. And he's on killer status, or I can't say nothing bad, but I will have to down this nigga, you hear me? Because he a man. But at the same time, he respect my shit too. And I respect him, so I ain't gonna put his name out there, but I'm telling the story. You know, and if somebody put him out there, you know, that's not my fault. But I don't think too many people remember this shit right here, because we was the only niggas. I can't say no more. But Shotwells came to the house and knocked out at least. I'm gonna tell you how he knocked my man out. My man was one of the toughest niggas I know from my age bracket or a little older. Guaranteed shooter. He was in there for a body. Giant, muscled up. Shotwells went to him and was like, yo, you look like you think it can't happen. Go to the back. I said, oh, I felt sorry for Shotwells in my mind. I'm like, damn, he picked homie a goon. He gonna flip this little nigga. I ain't wanna, even though homie was my man, I still liked it Wells, and they wanna see him get plucked. I wanted him to be victorious, but not against my man. I just didn't want them to fight at all. So he took my man in the back. My man busted his lip. My man was throwing Hulk-mania joints at him. I was like, oh, if he hit that nigga. So he caught him with a boom. The nigga Wells backed up. He said, yeah, shout outs to Slick too from Hamels. He's another legendary knuckle game nigga that I seen some phenomenal knuckle play in the joint against a Goliath. He's a Snoop Dogg weight skinny nigga from far Rockaway. He looked like Snoop Dogg. I seen him pluck big. We ain't gonna talk about that though. Shit was crazy. But anyway, Shotwells went to my man, and my man busted his lip. Shotwells backed up. He touched his lip, seen his hand. He said, you bust my lip? He said, now I'm gonna bust your ass. And he said, you better not stop fighting. I'm like, why is he got his lip bust? And he telling him, bet not. So I don't see it. Shotwells was like this, and he was like he was timing him. And he was like, you gonna slip. He was like, you gonna slip. He said, and when you do, bang, I'ma knock you the, and when he said, when you do, I'ma knock you the fuck out. While he was saying that, he caught him, bang, and my man ass hit the floor. He fell on his ass, and he jumped up like a jack in the box. I don't wanna fight no more. And I said, oh my God, what he hit him with? But he had something in his hand. I said, whatever power he felt, he didn't want to feel that shit again. I understood that shit. And I was a child. My mom probably wouldn't even stretch that far, but he educated me that time. I understood that whatever lightning or glow that boy had in his fist, my man didn't want that shit no more. So my man, he like, nah, you bust my lip. You gotta fight me. He's saying you gotta fight me because you bust my lip. He said, I don't even stab niggas. If you don't fight me, I'm stabbing you. Then he start taking his property like, you want your watch, you bitch nigga? Right? And my man ain't want no smoke at all. He quit cigarettes instantly after he got that nicotine patch from that boy. Right? His shit, no disrespect to you, my nigga. I love you to death. But if it would have happened to me, I would have just had to been able to let you go ahead and gig me one time. That's shit. I got plucked before. I ain't never touched the floor. Thank God, because I ain't get hit by Shy Wells. But if I would have got hit by Shy Wells, I would have touched the floor. I know I would have. Because I seen him do it to too many other people. And not that I doubt myself, but that nigga shit is certified. I know what he do. I seen it too much. So, what that told me was, that showed me he was doing in Mod 8 what he did to the niggas in Mod 6 before I got there. So when he goes to every house, I guess that was his interest. He's gonna knock out 5 niggas so he could control 50. And that boy was a beast with that shit. The nigga Pac-Man is Shy Wells' brother. How I met him is one day we was in a commissary.
Hold on. Ain't them niggas twins?
They supposed to be, but they don't look alike.
See, what y'all don't know, or y'all must have forgot, like Roy Jones, is I got videos with major heavy hitters, you heard? Tony Yayo, you heard? Conway, I'm sorry. Westside Gun, I'm sorry. I don't want to hear nothing else about it, you heard? Watch my video with Jada Kiss, Swag on Pluto, Fire, MTV Action was on that, you heard? Watch my video with Jim Jones, MTV Action was on that. Y'all gotta do the history on the kid LAZ. You heard? If you need them rap collabs, get at me, bro. I got you for the low. Hear it? Yo, and make sure y'all go to genpop.store and get that merch. You heard? That's genpop.store. We got a little bit of everything. And for y'all dudes out there, that's my size, but be wanting a 5 and 6X, bro, this ain't a Cash Money Records video shoot. You heard? It's 2022. You heard? Slim that up, bruh.
I managed to work my way next to him and Mojo with the pussy book. I waited till he got to a good page. He let me get right beside him and lean down and say, let me see, like I was reaching for the book. I Super Mario uppercutted this nigga. His head went to the moon. It was a fleet of them niggas coming from far Rockaway. My man Die Hard, he's still out there right now. He a legendary nigga. His knuckle game ain't Shy Wells in them status, but his shit is, his heart is crazy. That nigga's a lion. And I love that nigga. That nigga, he get busy too. But my nigga Bezo, all them names I shot. Bezo is a nigga, he came home, he started the security shit. Bezo had some money and he started some security shit. He was telling me that he was gonna do it, and he did it. So Son's superficial too. He got cut in Mod 8 when I left and shit. Nigga cut him in his sleep.
What you was saying about Pac-Man?
Oh, the nigga Pac-Man is Shy Wells' brother. How I met him is one day we was in a commissary.
Hold on. Ain't them niggas twins?
They supposed to be, but they don't look alike. But I have heard that him and Pac-Man was twins. But I feel them being brothers is for sure. I can see it. Cause they both get a different kind of busy. The nigga Pac-Man is one of the biggest stick-up kids, period.
Yeah, that's
right. Now, some might not don't even remember me, but how I know him is because I was around South Wells and he robbed the commissary. He came in and that nigga made an announcement. He did this, I guess call them niggas the announcement brothers. He came in the shit. And that nigga was like, yo, whoever, I just got out the box as if that was everybody's problem. He was like, I don't got nothing. Whoever don't put nothing in his bag, I'm rubbing their fucking face off. Think it's a game. He like, I'm gonna go to line to line to each of you niggas. He was like, don't put something in his bag. He got my attention. You know, any nigga, your shit, my ears hit the ceiling. Boom. That's some serious business. This man took. That's some serious shit. You ain't never seen a nigga come up on 50 fucking dudes. Not 50, because you know the room only hold half the house. They take half the house. So reasonably, we could say 25 people. And that's still a lot. That's still 50 to me. So he start going down the line. In my head, I just want to get my commissary and get back to the house. It was one of them days where so much shit was happening, I just want to break from this shit. All this Maximum Aurelius level shit. And the shit used to get tiring, for real. You can't get on the phones, we on lockdown. It's your daughter's birthday or some shit, not that I had a kid, but shit like that be happening. And every time that happen, niggas be like, I hate these niggas. Because niggas be so crazy. Yeah, so Pac-Man, the nigga Pac-Man, he going down the line, and niggas is putting 2-3 cakes. He like, yo, you got a big bag, man, put 2 more. Boom, boom, right? He ain't playing with niggas. He hit niggas according to their bag size and all that. You feel me? His shit getting heavy quick. So, make a long story short, Pac-Man's going to each person. Some niggas was this, I ain't gonna tell you all 25. Gave that nigga they shit. But
Did you get it?
I knew you was gonna be, I heard you laughing. That's a great question. I ain't even mad at you. Look. Yo, look. This something I'ma say that God blessed me with, right? Not that I would have gave that nigga a motherfucking thing. In my mind, honestly, this how you gonna know I'm a real nigga. I'm praying that he don't even bring that shit around me. Right? Because I know I would have went crazy because I don't even know what I'm going to do if he come to me. So, you know, that's one of them situations where you might scream and bite a nigga face off, right? You know how a nigga have the audacity to bring some shit to you and you savagely go at him? I think I'd have did some dumb shit like that. Might have bit that nigga in the face or some shit if he would have did. Because I was doing on, that shit was, I was tired of seeing a lot of the shit. I'm not going to say I wasn't built for that shit, because obviously I was. It wasn't meant for me to be able to adjust with savages. I think that was some shit that was forced into my nature. That wasn't my nature. I was an innocent, loving, caring child. I still care. I just said that shit a couple of times. But all of the trifling shit that's happening in them joints, you know, that shit bring a whole nother level of shit out of a nigga because you ain't got no choice.
So son ain't come your way? He ain't even know?
Nah, he came, but he looked at me. We looked at each other. I know. See, my face, I told you, I'm not the guy that niggas be like, go in the bathroom. They don't do that to me. They see guns in my face for some reason. A nigga know I'm gonna shoot you or kill you. I don't know. Somehow, dudes just be knowing that shit with me a bit. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but that's what I think. And it gotta be true because I get along with all the killers too easy. It's just be the suckers that try me. The niggas that faking acting like they that and don't really be that, but look like it. Those the niggas that I don't get along with. But the nigga Pac-Man looked at me. I looked at that nigga. He seen that shit in my face. That nigga kept it pushing. So obviously he respected my shit. And I respected that he respected my shit. Cause to be real with you, I didn't wanna, you know, I would compare that nigga to a dog with rabies. Right? This is what I was looking at. This is how I digested his savagery. You know, I'm looking like, look at this nigga, he might bite a nigga and the nigga might catch something, like type shit. Not that he was dirty or nothing, but you could tell he was ready to get all types of dirty. And I seen it. I'm gonna give you an example of what type of dirty nigga this nigga is. One of the niggas didn't get a shit up. He went to work on him instantly, but his work was so savage. You ever seen a savage ass whipping where a nigga pull his shirt over his head, he pull his drawers in his butt, he done flipped them, kicked them in his mouth, all types of fly shit. He done grabbed his balls, got the nigga saying, "Hey," shit like that. And I'm looking, that's how them Far Rockaway niggas fight. They perform on the niggas. They make a buffoon out of you. I noticed that because all of the niggas I seen from Far Rockaway pluck a nigga, the nigga they pluck looked very stupid. So you gotta kill them niggas. You can't even play around with them at all. But you know, where we left off at?
Pac-Man commissary.
Oh, Pac-Man commissary. That was his shit. But he basically, honestly, he robbed about damn near the whole house except like the last 3 niggas behind me type shit. All that shit stopped. Honestly, I swear to my mother, dropped dead. That shit stopped with me. And I don't know, I can't say I know why, but honestly, I believe he just seen in my face I'm not the guy you take something from, and I don't think I am him at all. Knowing myself then and later in life, I took shit from people. People ain't never take shit from me, you feel me? But I always been a decent guy. I never had, even when I was doing bad shit, I always had decent shit about me, you know what I mean? But Pac-Man is a vicious nigga too. Another legendary Far Rockaway nigga. Another legendary Far Rocker nigga is Wayne W. Marlon. They call Marlon Bam Bam. Them niggas double. I seen W work. We all was in the same house. They called the back of the house, yeah, Trump Plaza. And niggas used to lay in their beds and pick fights for niggas. And the picks used to be terrible. They would get a short nigga like me and they'd put me against some 6-foot nigga. And I had to do it, or that depended on how much niggas respect you, because you didn't want to say no, because no matter who they picked, they could have picked Goliath. You was going in there because your respect was on the line. For real, niggas was like, and nobody never turned down nothing. Every night niggas used to freestyle and just be like, say you was over there, I'd be like, yo lads, big man look like he'll give you the business. So it's your turn to act up. You gotta get up and say, what? I fucked big man up. Take your big dumb ass in the back or some shit. Then niggas will be like, oh, let's see what Laz gonna do. After you pluck them, you might be like, I respect this shit, but y'all niggas see you can't fuck with me. But look, I never told you how I beat the nigga Deuce ass. We got away from how I caught Deuce. I never told you that. So when they moved me from 4 Main, they sent me to Mod 8, I told y'all. Unfortunately for Deuce, somewhere down the line, Deuce did something, and because you know I told you they sent Shawells to Mod 8. So I guess that just was the best house that was tough enough for the 4 Main niggas. Mod 8, 4 Main, it sounds like the next place they'll send you. Like if you in a cat, they're not gonna send you to, they're gonna send you to Clinton. Or one of them joints that's of that magnitude. So the nigga Deuce, this how much trouble making niggas was. I don't even know how the niggas in Mod 8 knew that Deuce was one of the dudes that jumped me. I didn't even see him yet. These niggas is troublemakers so much, my nigga. This shit was sickening. Them niggas was so much troublemakers, he didn't even get to come in the house. And everybody's talking about, ooh, the nigga that jumped Mac is at the door. They know before me. So I go to the door, I'm like, they can't be serious. More bullshit. I'm sick of this shit. All of these savage tests I'm going through. So I go to the door, sure enough, the wavy head nigga Deuce is at the door. And I think he had a gold frame tooth, one tooth. Look, exact. I never forget this nigga, cause I plucked him well.
I know some because the nigga Waves was out of control.
Yeah, his shit is out of control.
Different. He's a Spanish nigga.
Yeah, and his shit is dumb.
I was like, what the? I seen that nigga on the floor one day. I was like, what the fuck?
Ain't one of them Spanish niggas that hair ain't quite black. It's kind of brownish too.
Yeah, his
shit is serious. Cause I remember his shits too. So now I remember his shits well, cause I cracked him over them shits. Look. So the nigga look. So the nigga do. So now they oohing, right? So I'm like, I'm mad that these niggas is put me on the spotlight. So I'm telling them niggas to shut the fuck up, because they gonna wake them up and make my fight harder. I don't want this nigga ready for me. If he walk in and they talking about ooh, he gonna get on point and look for ooh. And I don't wanna be ooh. I wanna get this nigga good. So, and plus I'm from Harlem. I learned from them old niggas. You don't just shoot a nigga. That's not impressive. It's impressive when you wrap that nigga up like a Christmas gift and sit him under a tree. Like Green is, I seen niggas knock niggas out and sit him somewhere, so you'll think a nigga sitting down, but he'll be knocked out or some shit. You feel? I know you seen that. That's the level of savagery we talking about. So Deuce come in and I tell them niggas to shut up. So everybody shut up. I'm like, shut the fuck up. If y'all ain't gonna help me, shut the fuck up. Why y'all making it harder for me if y'all wanna see what I'ma do? But I gotta get busy. Ain't nobody's above the call out. All call outs is mandatory, right? I don't care if a nigga match you with your brother, you gotta pluck to show that you the dominant. They on some ape shit in Marday. That's what gorillas do. So the nigga, I don't wanna lose myself. So Deuce again. Deuce come in the house. So now wow, it was me in the house, Little Head Mojo, and a couple of other niggas that I'm not gonna name, right? So while we in the house and shit, with the nigga Deuce, I grab a broom and I put a punk face on, cause I wanna look like I'm house gang. So I decided to take I executed a plan to execute this nigga, right? So I get the big broom, the janitor shit I was talking about earlier. I always knew that janitor shit, if a nigga got a knife, that allows you to be 6 feet on some Corona shit and still pluck a nigga out, you feel me? With that long broom. I seen niggas successfully go gun to gun with a nigga with them brooms. So I always knew that broom was a mean thing. So I get the broom and I put the pussiest face I could think of on. And I'm pushing the broom. Cause most of the house gang niggas be the niggas that's pussy in the house. So I want him to think I'm pussy so he can give me a chance to crack his fucking head open, right? So when he come in, that nigga come in, he see me with the broom, he feeds into the pussy image. He look at me, he put the super tough shit on me. He said, what up? So I go to him, cause I could tell he's calling me out with the what up he gave me was really tough. So I go to him. I'm like, what's up? I'm like, yo, man, I put the pussy voice on and everything. I said, yo, all that shit that happened in Fort Maine, man, that was Fort Maine, man. I don't want no problems. Them down here, don't nobody know what happened. Let's just, he said, you sure? He got tougher. I said, yeah, man, I'm sure I don't want no problems. He said, all right, man. And he walked off, right? So he walking around. He looked really tough. I believed he was tough at this point too. I'm like, man, he kind of tough, right? And he might have been. He just wasn't tough enough. So the nigga, he gets in the house, and I guess he was a young nigga like me too. He wasn't above the drama in there. He had to be scared at some point too, cause he was trying to blend in. You know, start talking to people. You know what the niggas do. You could tell what type of niggas is. Everybody's scared coming in that door, nigga. I'm here to educate everybody, but please believe it. Only nigga ain't scared is the nigga that been on 80 transfers.
Nigga that been through that shit 11 times.
Yeah.
Nigga been there 11 times. Nigga be there more than the streets.
Yeah, all new niggas is scared. Not on no, let's say afraid. Scared is a pussy word. Afraid is when you feel like, oh man, I don't know if I'ma make it, but I'ma do my thing. Scared is when you like, I don't know if I'ma make it, let me lay down and let them kill me. You know, that's the nigga that does nothing but just get consumed by the problem. But to make a long story short, Deuce get in there, and that was the year that the Blacktail Pussy Book magazine came out. That was the first porn magazine, was Blacktail. So he was sitting on the bed with Mojo. It's funny because Mojo home, I love you, boy. I know he gonna see this shit. He probably don't even know or remember that I did this shit, but he's gonna remember now because I plucked that nigga all between Mojo bed, right? So the nigga sitting on him, and the Blacktail book was Mojo book, right? So Mojo, because Mojo was the first nigga that I seen a Blacktail pussy book from him first. So he letting the nigga see it. The nigga done worked his way over to Mojo. So you know how that shit is set up. Bad locker in the dorms. He facing Mojo. Mojo sitting on his bed, he's sitting on this bed, and they facing each other. And behind them there's a space, a locker, and a bed. So I waited till I'm still sweeping. His dumb ass ain't even noticed that after sweeping for 30 minutes, something ain't right. I had the broom for an hour. So you was stupid at that point. So I managed to work my way next to him and Mojo with the pussy book. I waited till he got to a good page. It was the page where the girl legs be open on both pages and her pussy be in the middle, so it be the whole opening be her. When he got to that, he said, oh shit, this one right here, look at it, damn it, wow. He let me say, I put the broom down, the dumb nigga that he was sitting, he let me get right beside him and lean down and say, let me see, like I was reaching for the book. I Super Mario uppercutted this nigga, his head went to the moon. Not only did his shit go to the moon when I caught him, boom, but I did the old dirty Brownsville shit to him. Yeah, I got Brownsville in me too. I grew up the block from you. You don't even know it. I lived there before Harlem. That's crazy. Look. So now, while he's flipping, I didn't even let him touch the floor yet. I'm coming with you. You're not going peacefully. It's not boom. No, it's boom. So I came and I stomped him while he was going down. I made sure his head ricocheted off the shit, and I was skillful with it. I didn't just stomp him on some vicious, I don't know what I'm doing. I would wait for him to lift his head a little bit because I wanted the banging sensation. I wanted that impact, that boogadow. I wanted this shit to have space to rock. So I kicked him about 5 times. When he got up, a tooth was missing out his mouth, both of his eyes was black, and he was dizzy. He was rocking side to side. I was like, now, nigga, you want to fight now? He was like, no. He said, no. I said, you sure? You wanted to fight? Let's go fight. I'm asking him, do we want to fight now that he's dizzy? So the nigga's like, nah, I don't want no beef. So he ate that shit. He tried to get me stabbed, but his co-defendant was an adult. So he was in the adolescence, but he had an adult co-defendant. And word to my mother, I gotta say this because I want to give this nigga his props. He died. A nigga I grew up with, my nigga Nicolo. You know what I'm saying? Big Russ and them with the barbershops, they brother. You know what I'm saying? I love that nigga to death because I was online, you know, a dumbass, young, wild. What I mean by wild was carefree ass nigga. I'm running my mouth for some shit. And some Spanish older nigga was coming off the line with a bone crusher. And he was cutting right behind me. I wasn't paying no attention. And I heard my man Nicolo say, "Hey, John." And you know, he called me by my name. You know, that's how much I know him. He said, "Hey, John." I turned around. He said, "Yo, man, what the fuck you doing?" He said, "That's for him?" And the nigga was like, "Yeah, man, he knocked my co-defender teeth out. He got 2 black eyes, man. He only 16. He's 16 too. Fuck is you talking about?" He like, "Yo, I beat your fucking ass." Nicolo must have been, I could tell, for Nicolo to be, Nicolo ain't have a knife. The nigga that he was screaming on had a knife. So that told me that Nicolo was one of them niggas. He was one of the guys like them Chicago niggas be calling. You feel me? He obviously was a super savage because the nigga that's trying to stab me is letting him mush him all in his face and he got a knife in his hand. I grew up with Nicolo. So Nicolo was like, "Watch your fucking back, man. Don't turn your fucking back out here. Ba 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 ba. You need anything? What's going on?" He like, "Yo, niggas, y'all want beef?" And damn dude was like, no. Well, I'ma tell him where he at. He was gonna tell him, "Yo, he got him." He said, "Yo, don't leave that alone." He ain't want none of that Nicolo sauce on his ass. He was like, he ain't gonna spill none of that on me. But that was the crazy shit right there, man. But the whole moral of that is them far Rockaway niggas, Shawells, W, motherfucking Marlon, they call Marlon Bam Bam, Kurt really he wasn't like them niggas. Kurt was a good dude. And I met his son later on in life. But them other niggas was vicious. But he was a co-defendant of them niggas. And what them niggas here kill anybody. That's why they was in there. They was in there because some older niggas from Far Rockaway took them to Ohio trying to pimp the little tough niggas. You know how they do? But them tough niggas spanked them, took all the work, and took a cab from Ohio all the way back here. That's how they got caught. That's how these niggas that I'm telling you about got caught. But all of them niggas, Bezo, from motherfucking Far Rockaway, all of them niggas Love. He from the jungle. He used to always rep that shit. I'm from the jungle. That nigga, he was, and my son Reg was from Hamels or Edgemere. Them niggas was responsible for knocking niggas. They hand games was worse than the old school Brownsville niggas. I'm not even lying to you.
You said they was smashing niggas that was trying to say Queens?
They was crushing. All that Queen shit stopped when them niggas. I don't even think they was smashing niggas. They had to be. I think they flipped like 2 niggas and that stopped. But they savagely whipped the nigga for that.
For saying that?
Yeah, they on some, yo, what the fuck is, on some boxing shit, yo, on some professional level and sit you down. Look, I'm gonna tell you one story, right? Shawells did this to Daul from Queens. Sorry, Daul. I'm just telling the truth, man, and this shit is too amazing to keep in the stash. My philosophy is, it happened. If it happened, it happened. Happened means once. Get over it. And now I'm gonna help you. Look, he was a kid like me, and I cared for anybody that was young like me because I knew we didn't belong in this shit. Go with these grown savages. That shit don't make no sense. Put little boys with little boys, bro. That's what fucked us up. That's what made us go from fighting to shooting. The older niggas is shooting. This is the example of one of the things that I seen Shawells do to a nigga. He robbed White for his chain. Shawell robbed everybody. There was another nigga in the house that happened to have a chain. Shawell took that. Come here, let me get that. Get that shit off. Shawell, you know, and he's going on your neck. He's the guy unfastening the shit. You know how you see Little Baby meets 42 Doug at Icebox and they be trying to change on and the jeweler help put him on his neck? He was the jeweler on the alley because I seen him do that to mad niggas that move behind the neck. He do that. I don't know if I could have took that. You gotta have a gun to do that to me. There's no guns on the island. And he told my man when he knocked him out, I don't use razors. So this is all hand play. Look, he will, but he gonna offer you the services first. If you take, and he offers, I seen him go to niggas and be like, nigga, either take them shits off or put your shits up. Go to the back, fight for him or get them shits up. And a lot of niggas, I seen a kid, I'm gonna get this kid his props, cause he was young like me. And that nigga fought, Shy Wells. His name was Gotti, and he was from Webster Projects. I never seen this little nigga again, but he was a one of my man's name is Gotti, and he from Webster. But no, Gotti, I'm not talking about you. And anybody listening, I'm not talking about that Gotti that eventually had a Jag. I'm talking, I never seen this little nigga nowhere else other than him having a fight with Shy Wells. But his name was Gotti, because look, how I know his name?
My light skin.
No, this nigga's, no, I love him. He was Black Mafia. He's from our time. That green and all of that shit. I know Gotti get busy too. June was with me. His name is June. What I remember him for on the island, he was a little nigga like me, because it wasn't a lot of little niggas. It was another little nigga named Shorty Black. I remember all the niggas because it was like 5 of us spread it out. And we ain't had no business in no place like that. So the nigga, where I was
You
at?
saying that Gotti fought Shy Wells.
Yeah, Gotti. So the Gotti, dark-skinned Gotti nigga from Webster, he had Bo Jacksons. They wasn't playing for those. Niggas, see those on sight, I'ma kill you for them shits. They was robbing you, you know how? Look, it was so, my nigga, it was so serious. You know how the houses pass each other going and coming from child?
Niggas taking shit
in the hallway. I swear to God, throw them shits over here. Get that nigga your sneakers. They'll tell the punk nigga in the house to switch sneakers with you, and when they get there, they'll take the shits from the punk and give them some Air Jesus, the sandals or whatever, right? Now, where was I last?
Gotti fighting Shy Wells.
So the nigga Gotti, he had the Bo Jacksons. He had the white, blue, and orange joints, the classics. So they just came out. Niggas was going ham. He seen them. He said, yo. He tapped that little nigga while he was asleep. He said, shorty, man, get them sneakers about your locker, bro. He said, either you could give them here, you could fight me for them. He said, if you want to go get a gun, I'll provide you with a gun. We could go gun to gun, whatever you want to do. Now, what you want to do? So the Gotti nigga was like, what? Shorty was live. He ain't miss a beat. That nigga, no slope, what? Looking kind of strong. I said, damn, let me see this little nigga. Watch this. And you know I'm a real nigga because I'm going to get this nigga his flowers for being who I wasn't.
And yo, if you appreciate what I'm doing over here on this channel, feel free to hit that Cash App up with that donation, you heard? That PayPal is heavily in effect too. You That Venmo is Gen Pop Laz. If there's a way to get that cash, I got it, you heard? Hey yo, go on Amazon and cop this book, you heard, from my bro Crime that I was up north with. You heard? Gangsta War Stories Volume 2. If you ain't got this, you heavily lacking. Brooklyn, we in the building like a broom closet, you heard? Z-Man, Suicide Polo with the Ski Man. Gen Pop Gang was popping.
So at that time, Martu Lower was the house for all of the worst
That
niggas
shit
in the
was
building?
worse. Four Main was the house of pain. I don't know what the fuck to call Martu Lower. Martu Lower was just death. Niggas, they slammed the lock on the nigga head and he died down there. That's why niggas was scared to go down there. He had so much respect in that bitch. Listen to this. His little brother Mel came through. Niggas robbed his brother, right? They went and got Fat Mike. They brought him out of the box and shackled up to Mod 2. And that nigga said if niggas don't get the niggas that his brother's shit back and the niggas that took the shit, he tearing everybody a new ass. This was my first. The police brought him in shackles to the house. I never seen that. Nobody else, bro. That's how many niggas that nigga cut. And if you tell that story, every nigga on the island ain't that there's gonna know that's some crazy shit because nobody never seen that. I didn't see Shy Wells. None of them niggas with that type of pull. I seen Fat Mike do that shit. And he was a regular type nigga. He turned into that in there. He's probably a regular dude out here right now, just with a history of getting busy. Whoa, that nigga deserve his flowers, he really do. But man, that nigga brother got his shit. That's the fastest telegram, telepath, nigga that I ever seen in my life. That shit, his boy got his shit. And them niggas got their shit twisted. You know, he wasn't trying to let nobody hurt him. And he became a legendary nigga. I think his status was above. I ain't even see Shy Wells or none of them niggas have them take them out the box. They was a different kind of strong. Even stronger than Mike. But Mike with that pistol shit, with them razors, that nigga was ridiculous. So he's worthy of his shit. Trump Plaza was some entertainment shit that niggas used to do. That niggas used to do before we go to bed when the lights go off. So that was like primetime TV for us because that Trump Plaza just consisted of niggas randomly matching niggas up like fantasy football. Or basketball, they'd take fucking, what's his name? What's the nigga name? Kobe Bryant, and they'd put him against the players that you wouldn't normally see, like LeBron James. So what I mean by that is they'd tell a short nigga like me, they might match me up with the biggest nigga in the house, and you had to do it. And the reason why I knew you had to do it because I never seen nobody turn out well that turned down a fight under any circumstance. I don't care if they told you to go in there with a werewolf, you had to go in there. You had to figure out how to come out of there halfway alive. It was in your best interest, or you couldn't get nothing. If you went to put a cookie in your mouth, somebody might take it. That's how disrespectful that shit was. But, you know, niggas would fight every night. I seen some classical shit, and nobody was above it. You could have called Shy Wells out, and Shy Wells would have had to spank. He would have gladly spanked the nigga, though. But I seen a lot of... Now, the nigga Gotti, to finish his shit off, because I keep forgetting about that shit.
Yeah, you said he was looking strong for a minute.
Yeah, he was. He told the nigga he went to... Gotti was at his bed. You know, he had a little strong little nigga disposition. Like, don't fuck with me, I don't play type vibe, right? You know, I believed half of the shit, but... but I could smell that he was just as new as I was, because we both was the same age, so he probably was 16 too or some shit. So Shy Wells just went to that nigga bed because he had the nerve to back out the Bo Jacksons when they was brand new with the orange check. So Shy Wells went to him and told the nigga, yo, look, you can either hand them shits over, or you could fight me for them, or you could go get a gun and we could go gun to gun. Whatever you want to do, the choice is yours, or you could just hand what you want to do. The nigga Gotti jumped up, like, nigga, you ain't taking my shit. They go to the back. Shorty had a pissy mattress type of fighting style. You know what I mean by that? You know them niggas that look like they done been in the junkyard, they rough, they look like they know their way around, like they could pluck. You know what I mean? So I'm looking like, damn, Shorty kind of strong. You know, one of them niggas that you see shoulder bones out the tank top ass nigga. Right? So the little nigga, him and Shy Wells, he was going, he did some strong shit, but it didn't last long because Shy Wells just flushed his toilet. By every shot that Shy Wells even if it was an uppercut, it was clean, straight, you know, it wasn't a half a hit, 3 knuckles. He was giving them complete fists with every shot, like bing, boom, bang. Then the 3 OKs came out. Okay. I noticed that was a pattern when he was fighting niggas. They get the 3 OKs. They say okay. They let him know that they don't want none 3 times. My man did that. My man okayed him. So I know that nigga was strong because I never seen a nigga hit a nigga, and unless he was a kid. You know how your mom's hit you with the belt one good time? Well, pow! That's the first thing you say is okay. You let her know you got a complete understanding. So Shy Wells.
Shorty connected? I mean, was the kid...
Gotti, did he get his shit off?
Yeah.
He might have 3-knuckled him a couple of times. He didn't get no flush shots. His shits had to be 2 knuckles or 3 scrapes. Like, Shy Wells plucked him well. The sounds, you know how the sounds, you know how certain sounds let you know when a nigga flushing the nigga toilet, meaning them shots is getting flushed clean through. Them shits sound like mop. You know that mop sound. That mop sound is bone and flesh. So all of his shits was mops. So I knew he was fucked up. So the nigga okayed him, and Shy Wells took his sneakers and walked off. I'm in there crying behind this shit. It's so real. But Shy Wells patted him up. Like them big niggas patted me up when I whipped them niggas' ass in 4 Main, and they whipped my ass in 4 Main, right? The glorious ass whipping, right? So the nigga Shy Wells was like, yeah, shorty, I see you tough. I still respect you. He was coaching him into comfortability after taking his shit because he didn't want to scar shorty's spirit. Son was a savage, but he must have been a savage that kind of understood that he was robbing a puppy, a tough puppy, because that's the only one I seen him pat back the confidence. He didn't let him lose his confidence. He was like, yo, you did your thing. He said, you caught me a little something. He was like, practice, get your shit right. So your Gotti instantly went back to feeling a little bit proud again because he seen he respected a couple of shits about, and I respected it too, because I don't know if I would have went back there with Shy Wells if he would have called me out. It would have been something, but it wouldn't have been that because I know that was the way that he plucked everybody that I saw. So my shit would have been way much different, not out of being bold, but just not being stupid. I seen who's gonna go in there and let this nigga pluck you after he plucked 50. Not me. I'ma figure your ass out by 50. I'm not going in there, but you gonna get shaved because you not plucking me. His shit was looking like them ass whip your mother and your father put together ×3. That's how his ass whippings was to niggas, and I never wanted none of that shit, and I'm quite sure nobody else did neither. And that nigga Frazier, by the way, was one of the most, that nigga was the Hulk. So when Shy Wells put Frazier on his ass for 5 seconds, let's say that, it was like Captain America snuffing the Hulk. You know what I mean? But Gotti turned out to get a little respect. Shy Wells started putting him on the phone, but he didn't give him his Jordans back. So Gotti, his Bo Jackson's, pardon me, but the funny shit that happened with Gotti is Gotti started feeling like, because how Shy Wells was treating him, that meant, you know, he respected him. He was one of the guys. Because now them Chicago niggas say the guys, Shy Wells was one of the guys. So Gotti mistaked him giving him his props as saying that he accepted him as one of the guys, which he sadly was, you know, doing. That cost him very dearly because he got another pair of Jordans, Bo Jacksons, the all black ones this time. Shy Wells seen them shit, man. You could tell that nigga was a shopaholic with no money. I swear, that nigga was a shopaholic with no card and no money. Cause he get the same face that a person with a whole bunch of cash get when they see some new fly shit and it's in front of them and nobody else got it. That nigga has some big ass eyes when you look at the pictures. Oh yeah, and by the way, the chain that he took from the nigga, He got it on in the picture that last got on the front cover of the takeover or put it in for Far Rock, that little ass chain. So when you go back and listen to the story, you will know that it's real, because when I described the chain, I told you it was flimsy. I didn't even peep till later that the picture last put up there, Shaw Wells has the flimsy chain on his neck that he took from. That's authentic like a motherfucker. I don't think no other channel is fucking with you, dogs. The speed of you doing some shit, you showed me my story in these shits. I don't know if niggas is paying attention. I'm talking to Laz, and Laz dug all of this shit out, the people, everything. You know what I mean? But this shit is real. You niggas need to know the truth, because it empowers people. You know, if you look in the comments, some people is calling me a legend. I'm not gonna call myself no shit like that, because that's a big title. However, I do know that I observed a lot of legendary niggas, so don't put it past me to have a legacy. You know what I mean? And I thank God that I can observe these legacies and share these shits with people, because even being over, you listening to these shits, believe it or not, man, you get up in the jam, war stories was what got me through shit. I figured out how to, you know, I'm on a run or something, they snatched me up. A nigga might have told me a story where he was scraping his prints. You know, I didn't feel like going to jail, because I owe these niggas 2 years or some shit. Now they got me in the precinct. So I gotta be a whole new nigga. Yeah, I scraped my prints, just like my mans and them was saying, and I got out. You feel me? When I would have been doing 2 years plus the crime. You know, so I'm not telling you how to be a better criminal. I'm just telling you how to listen to these stories and apply this shit to your benefit throughout the trials and errors of your life. Because it's people, I'm rich in survival. I'm happy as fuck, like I got Bentleys and Range Rovers and I ain't got shit. And nobody understand why. Motherfucker, I survived the shit that knocked a lot of people down. A lot of my niggas is not here, bro. When Jay-Z said, I'm supposed to be locked up too, I understand that shit. I'm not supposed to be here. Lad's lucky to be here. You know what I mean? You know, our travels was tough. Our travels was very tough.
Big fact.
Our travels was very tough, and we was young. You know how jobs pay you while you working? You learn while you work? Man, we was learning and forced to decide how to survive. Racist crackers, I say crackers because that's the slave term of the niggas that was beating the slaves. So damn right they was crackers. They had black babies on their arms. Some of them niggas, remember the nigga Jacket Man from motherfucking, what jail was that, man? What jail was that? Oh, I heard you talking about the nigga Swine Guard, but you ain't talk about that. But they, see, Swine Guard was a nigga that knew the math, but they got a nigga in Wyoming and Attica, New York, and motherfucking, his name Jacket Man. The reason why they call him Jacket Man is because it could be 1,000 degrees outside. He can't never take his jacket off because he got the black baby hanging out the bird mouth with on a rope. And sometimes he used to be showing that shit. And if you catch him, he lift his sleeve up and let you get a peep of that.
What, the American Eagle?
Yes.
You know, a nigga
Jacket Man, because he don't take his jacket off.
Yeah, mad at them niggas had that black baby with the noose around their neck tattoo. I had beef with it with a police in Camp Gabriel had that shit. He used to roll his sleeve up and stand in front of the mess hall so everybody could see it. But you said his son got the all black Bo Jacksons next?
He got the all black Bo Jacksons like he was one of the guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. Cause I ain't no front ass nigga, bro. You know what I mean? I'm a tiger with a fox tail, right? The nigga, I had some Reeboks and shit. And my sis was right. I think I had black pumps or some shit. I had a 3/4 leather jacket and corduroys or something. I wasn't trying to get fresh. Cause that shit was too challenging. I'm 16. Look, I'm not calling the wolves at me. Later on, that was one of my tactics though. I would come in the house and blow weed in the air, knowing that all the niggas that's trying to extort somebody is gonna come, cause I was getting right to it. Like I learned strategic shit from seeing niggas like Shy Wells and all that. But by far is Shy Wells the only ape in the tree. Later, he becomes not really the most vicious. He just was a toe to the body of motherfucking gorillas and apes within the industry. Because you got other niggas like T45 that make 10 niggas run with his hands. You know what I mean? Niggas try to attack this nigga in HDM. He's sitting halfway between the chairs and eating his food. And the reason they're attacking this guy is because he was extorting the president of the, and they was keeping it a secret, but it spilled out into the population in HDM, and the outside niggas that wasn't in the house with him started threatening the president that they got to hit this nigga. So he was so scared that the place he chose to hit him, he said, well, if I'm gonna hit him, let's do it in the mess hall. Y'all niggas gotta help me. Or you tough niggas, that's what he was saying. You tough Spanish niggas that want me to hit this Spanish barbarian, y'all I'ma hit him in the mess hall then. So how I found out this nigga was lethal is when them niggas ran up on that nigga and all that. That nigga had one leg out the table. He knocked the first 3 niggas out so fast, the other 7 niggas electric boogied away from that nigga. They jetted. But I was in the pins with this nigga prior to that. I don't know if this the T45 nigga, but one thing I'm good at is placing names with the person. I might meet the person, and then, you know, T45 supposed to have been some Spanish nigga from, I don't know where he was from, but he get busy. I think he was from the Bronx. And that's the only nigga that I didn't run into. But Gotti sadly got the Black Bo Jacksons, and he thought Shy Wells was gonna let him rock with them shits. So the nigga Shy Wells seen them black shits, bro. And he just went to that nigga and was like, yo, man, I want them shits. And that nigga Gotti was like, nah, man, that nigga ain't even play with him. He ain't offer him to go to the back or none of that shit. He ravished him right there. Ming, muck, ming, muck, ming, muck, ming, muck. And he walked off like, you stupid motherfucker. What would make you do this knowing I did it to you the first time? So Shy Wells ended up with the Bo Jacksons with the orange check and the all black leather classical fly shits that never break down, that you could wear for months straight.
But for the record, the kid Gotti was a lot younger.
Yes, he was. Yes,
he was a kid, and
yes, he
son
was.
had some age on him and experience on him.
Do I respect him? Hell fucking yeah. Because I just told you, what he did, I might not have did. I wasn't going to the back with Shy Wells. I'm letting it be known right now. I would have shaved Shy Wells. Shy Wells would have got cut fucking with me. No disrespect, Shy. I love you. You my OG. I feel like you walked me into the system, period. Just watching you taught me so much and prepared me for so much. So I'm saying this shit out of still admiration as a grown fucking man. The shit you did was very impressive, but I'm a man too, and I talk the truth. You know what I mean? No disrespect, homie. You know, but and I reason why I ultimately respect the nigga Shy Wells is because although he was a super savage, he understood that Gotti, yo, you a good fucking question asking God, man. I gotta say that. Because the question you just asked made me explain and make sure people knew by far it wasn't that Gotti was a pussy nor a sucker. It was just that he was a puppy in the cage with a dog. You know, the dog always wins. There's no puppy that beats the dog.
Straight up.
You will never see that. If you're looking for it, you stupid. And that was Gotti against Shy Wells. But reason why I respect Shy Wells is because in the first time, he nursed him back to confidence because he just wanted the sneakers. He didn't want to injure him as a child coming up with heart. He wanted him to still. So I guess the reason why he whipped him the second time was for him being stupid, for making him have to. He probably was saying, "You making me have to take these shit."
But not the Bo Jacksons trump the love. the Bo Jacksons, them shits is going. And on Rikers Island, the Bo Jacksons will trump the little bit of love and respect that nigga had. He'd be like, "Fuck it."
Especially the all black level ones. That's why he was out of his fucking minds. He stepped it up. It was like he robbed him for an act, and he went and got a motherfucking Maybach. Oh, shit. That wasn't happening. I guess that's why he beat the shit out of him the second time. He didn't even invite him to Trump Plaza. The fight happened outside in front of the people on the line. Cause it was like, you gotta be out of your fucking mind. You better give me these shits, you stupid motherfucker. He didn't nurse him back to confidence or none of that second time. He let him have a broke spirit that time. Like, you just was stupid. Now sit there. That's some real shit your mother would do to you after she beat you with the belt in the tub or some shit. For doing some shit twice. When he copped the shits and I seen him, I automatically knew. I said, this nigga's stupid. There's no way if he took the orange checks.
How long ago after you said?
That was about 3 weeks. 3 weeks. So he had a week of glory for fighting him. Another week, Shawels might have let him wear them shits. He might have had them shits for an hour. I don't think it took his confidence, but I know it taught him a valuable lesson. It's not over until the nigga understand, bro, that you are not to be played with. You cannot think that you're comfortable with somebody that took something from you. But he's not the only one Shawels did that to. He robbed and hung around everybody he robbed. The niggas he was robbing lived in the house with him, bro. There's no, every 30 steps you bumping into niggas. You cannot escape seeing this nigga 24 hours. He see you when you sleep. That's like one of my mans out of that Marday shit got cut in his sleep. I ain't gonna mention his name because I don't know if, he want that broadcasted, and I love the nigga. You know what I mean? But he got cut in his sleep because, you can't escape a nigga. There is no escape. You gonna see this nigga for 6 months.
You saying you never saw a nigga beat that nigga in a fight in your life?
No. All of the fights he had, every single fight that nigga had in my face, he won. Viciously, too. That's how they was in the Trump fights. Look, I remember W was having a fight in Trump Plaza. They called him out with some big, unfairly big nigga. Because W, to be one of the guys, you couldn't just have a regular fight with a nigga your size. They was sending you in there with a werewolf. So, meaning, they picking a nigga that's 6'3", 230, 40, and they going, yo, Dub, what up? Big man look like he'll bend you. That's how Trump Plaza started every time. So, they'll be like, what's up, Dub? The nigga name was W. They'll be like, Trump Plaza, what big man? Now that meant, where you go? He like, man, tell that big, stupid, dumb nigga go back there. This is Trump Plaza every night. So niggas is like, oh shit, I want to see this. Let me explain to you niggas. The Queens, I don't care what Pac-Man said, he came in later. He said that. So he told y'all that when he came, the red carpet came out. That mean them niggas was in there getting busy. Well, I was in there when they was doing all that red carpet shit he was talking about. I was there to see the red carpet, see them, when you ever seen a nigga lay a carpet, they put the razor out and they cut the corners? Well, when they was cutting corners, I was in the room. So I remember what that shit was. So that red carpet he got, I seen Shawels roll it up and prepare that shit to get rolled out. And Them niggas was screaming that queen shit when all them other queens niggas was there. They was tough. They really wasn't getting robbed. I'm talking about Fat Tarek with the gold teeth. I think he from Jamaica and all that shit. He get busy. But none of them niggas was Shy motherfucking Wells, bro. None of them. None of them other Queens niggas was that nigga. He was Jordan of Rikers Island. He came in, slam dunking everything. Shit around his back. He probably was 3 players in one. He was Dominique Dawkins, all of them niggas in one of that criminology, Rikers Island lifestyle swagger shit.
A nigga told me the story the other day where that nigga was in the hood and he just said, yo, I'm bored, man. Let's go to Rikers Island.
He's serious.
And nigga said 4 hours later, he called the payphone around the way. Yo, what up, my nigga? I'm on the island. Like,
I swear to God,
you know,
I'm
niggas,
not surprised.
You know, it's some niggas out there, bro, that they used Rikers Island to shop. Niggas went to Rikers Island to go get fresh, bro, because some niggas,
they did.
They ain't have money to buy all of that shit.
They did.
So they would go to Rikers Island, rob niggas for Sherlins and jewelry and gold front, and then go back home. They right. You feel what I'm saying?
Yo, listen,
it's
you
so
said
vicious like that. Niggas used to use Rikers Island to shop, bro.
Because Rikers Island to these niggas was just another place, bro. We was raised. I wasn't a savage like them niggas, but I'm not no young puppy, and I already wasn't playing. So I knew nobody was hurting me. So although Shy Wells, if he would have hit me in the hallway, we was boogieing. If he would have tried me to any of that time that he robbed them first niggas in March 6, I was coming at that nigga with everything because I already knew I wasn't playing. I made up my mind that nobody wasn't doing shit to me before that ever happened. So he probably would have had me scared later after I seen him pluck 40 niggas out. That might have scared me a little bit. But I didn't get to see none of that. To put fear in me, I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm a real nigga. But if you make me scared, you in trouble. That just means I'm going to do more work to get to you. Because I'm not going to live scared. But to scare me, you might have to knock out about 15 or 18, 6, 7 niggas. That let me know your shit. I'm not fighting you now. You got to have the I'm not fighting you hands to scare me. I'm scared of that. Not to where I'm pussy. But meaning, I'm not doing that with you unless you trap me in the corner. You gotta force me to go against Bruce Leroy. I'm not going. I feel like that's stupid. I feel like anybody that just go up, I shoot Bruce Leroy before I go up against Bruce Leroy. Bruce Leroy is getting stabbed or cut while he's sleeping. I'm not playing with Bruce Leroy. But that's who these niggas was, all jokes aside. Shy Wells shit was I ain't see him go nowhere. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute. Okay, my man that I said I'm not saying his name because I love him, and I love this nigga. This my man. It's not that we got a steep history or nothing, but I told you, I was emotionally attached to the niggas that was my age because we was the only little niggas on the island. So, son, Two Lower was the most dangerous shit back then, ACS. Two Lower was the most dangerous shit back then. I seen tough niggas cry. I seen Shy Wells take 10 steps back. No, wait a minute. I don't want to lie on that nigga. I don't want to say that nigga refused the house. I think he did. I think that's when I knew that a tough wasn't enough. You had to be smart too. Because you know how niggas think you just gotta poke your chest out all the time? No, you better know when to deflate that bitch. Because everybody can't win everything. Somebody's Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack eventually dick get burnt by a candlestick. You ain't gonna jump every fence. One of them shit's gonna tag at your pants leg. I don't give a fuck how nice you is. 10 fences is an accident. Cause you gonna fight. I know that from playing in junkyards and just being a guy, a boy. But damn, I was about to tell you some other shit.
Said he refused the house at HDM. I mean,
I seen that nigga. I seen him slow down. I seen that nigga slow down when they was putting him in Two Lower. My other man that I told you that got cut in his sleep that I'm not telling you about, he a Far Rock nigga. I love that nigga to death. I love you, boy. This ain't nothing, no type of smoke for you. You my nigga. I love you. because I remember shit about you that'll show you that. You know what I mean? I was with this nigga. I seen him in challenging situations where he had to cry. I probably wasn't next to him, but I was somewhere crying with that nigga a little bit because his situation was tough. You know what I mean? And I could tell, I could tell it was a tough situation. And we both, if I would have lost what he lost at that time, he lost his light. We had people in our lives that was lights. And his light was my light. Meaning the same person out of his family that he was close to was the same person out of my family, which was the only person I feel like I had in this world, that if I was under a garbage, she gonna come down there and she gonna pour some shit in my mouth every day just to make sure I ain't thirsty. So, and what was amazing about this shit is, even when this person left his life, she was the blessing that pushed him forward. So that's how much love that person had for that person and shit. But he was scared, and he tough. Son tough. Son is me. So me talking about him would have been me. I would have did probably, that nigga cried because they was sending him out of Mod 8 to Mod 2 lower. And they was doing it to him because they didn't like him. They wanted him hurt. And I guess he wasn't just crying, but yeah, he was scared, and he didn't want to. They trained him some more. They took him back in Trump Plaza and showed him 4 or 5 more moves before he got sent to Too Low.
What type of niggas was in Too Low at that time?
Super savage. Shy Wells stepped back 10 times. I don't remember who's. Hold on. They had niggas down there like some nigga from Gun Hill, Jamaican nigga with 1 gold tooth, Shabba Ranks looking nigga. This was my man too. I was in Comstock with this nigga. He might got life somewhere. Of course he had a body. I just had to ask myself, did he have? Of course this nigga had a body, cause you know that shit niggas that only the niggas that got bodies do. Niggas that'll cut the captain type niggas. Them niggas got bodies. Make no mistake about it. But, nigga named June. June was down there. Come on, you got Spanish legends like niggas named Fleta, Maximo and them niggas from, come on, B. Them niggas was, my nigga, the nigga, Kev Spice and them niggas, these niggas had trademarks. Kev Spice used to walk around the building. He had a pacifier. He used to have a pacifier in his mouth through the. You had to really be tough to do some shit like that, bro. Who does that in prison? He was the only nigga walking. He probably was cutting a nigga 2 or 3 niggas a day.
Is that where he was from?
He was from Washington. He was from Broadway somewhere, like 145th or some shit, 55th and Broadway or something. Some was official Dominican nigga. Official, that nigga used to walk around with he was a Gandhi spec wearing nigga, the round Gandhi joints. And he used to walk around, fly nigga with the pacifier in his mouth.
So at that time, Mod 2 Lower was the house for all of the worst
that
niggas in the building?
That shit was worse. 4 Main was the house of pain. I don't know what the fuck to call Mod 2 Lower. Mod 2 Lower was just death. Niggas, they slammed the lock on the nigga head and he died down there. That's why niggas was scared to go down there. And it still was sport down there. Oh, we was talking about the lifestyle, the shit niggas do to get when they bored. I mean, that shit is legendary. Even the young niggas at court make you dance in the toilet and piss and shit and do the medication and all that. Got you putting the 2 fingers between your eyes, holding your nose, putting 2 hands in the air like you going underwater, doing the 1, 2, 3 dance in the toilet.
So Mod 2 Lower was a dorm?
No, it was a cell house, just like 4 Main. It sound like it's funny as good. Damn, son, you asked the best fucking questions, because this is the only cell areas that feel like a dorm. That's how you know it's wild. Because a dorm got 50 nigga, the cell area probably got 25. So 4 Main, that's what made it wild. Niggas functioned as if it was a dorm. When the door opened, niggas said, yo, whoa, yo, what you what you I'm got a first, second, third on the phone. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shit, it's everybody trying to do something. Yo, but listen, let me show you how dangerous these houses was. Just a picture, just to give you full view. I didn't tell y'all this shit. When I came into Fort Maine, the first thing that let me know, besides that them dudes was looking in our bags that this shit was dangerous, you know, when you walk in, the shower area is right before the cells begin. So you go through the area we was, you go through the day room part, and then you into the Seagate area where the phones is at. Then it's the shower, then it's the cells. My man, when you walk past the shower to get to the cells, to put your property up, all you hear is this. And you see niggas going to the shower with hands full of clothes. Yo, Whirlpool, Whirlpool, Whirlpool. And I'm noticing that they calling 1 or 2, 3 niggas out of 25. Their names is Whirlpool. So it'd be like 3 niggas in the house named Whirlpool. And then I caught on, they paying these niggas 2 cigarettes. Whirlpool is the punkest nigga in the house that scared of everybody, and he might want protection. So his way of getting protection is he washes clothes. So they call him the washing machine. The name of the washing machines is Whirlpool. So anybody that does that, that's what their names be. Their names was Whirlpool. So you hear it. They got the yellow scrub brush on their knees and they scrubbing niggas' jeans leg by leg, bro. Only to come out of there and get 2 cigarettes from each of the 3 niggas.
I know niggas that was Whirlpools. They wasn't getting nothing, nigga. They was washing niggas' clothes and niggas smacking the shit out them.
And they was cleaning your area and had to do a good job. I remember my son Diesel was from motherfucking, I think, Red Hook or some shit, right? Popeye, one of them Popeye niggas. He was in Fort Maine with me. Now, Diesel, what I mean by he was a Popeye nigga is he was a young nigga with a body like Popeye. He had the big elbows with the shiver me timber arms, the big fat arms like Popeye. And that nigga used to fuck Whirlpool up if Whirlpool didn't fix his cell up according to his standards. So that shit, to be a Whirlpool, was crazy. And we all got nephews that could end up being a Whirlpool.
Yeah, you know, now it ain't no clothes, but back in the days, niggas had whole wardrobes on the island.
They did.
Niggas had whole wardrobes.
So,
niggas had their family sending them up their whole wardrobe. Niggas had 12, 13 pair of jeans under their mattress.
Yes, sir.
You feel me?
Sir.
5, 6 pair of kicks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Niggas had their whole wardrobe in the 4 buildings, so it required a good laundry service.
Yes, it did.
And I told the story on my page before about a dude who I learned a lesson in jail. I got cool with a dude, and you know, niggas pressed that nigga to wash clothes, and he folded and he washed clothes, and he told me, he said, yo, he said, son, help me. And I said, nah, my nigga, I'll never get on my knees and bust no suds.
Yeah, he fucked his life
up. Niggas will have to kill me in here.
He fucked his tag up.
And I had to stop fucking with son. And he said, yo, that's fucked up, my nigga. I thought you was my man, but you know what I mean, at my lowly estate, I said, son, know what I mean, I fuck with you, I got love for you, but if I was you, I'm not washing shit, nigga. Let them niggas do what the fuck they gotta do.
Y'all gotta beat my ass.
Let them do what they gotta do, son. You feel me? And I'm talking about these was grown-ass niggas making this nigga wash. I mean, when I say grown-ass niggas, I mean we was 16. These niggas might have been 20. You
or
feel
19.
what I'm saying? 20, 21. You feel what I'm saying? And they niggas is making niggas wash clothes. Not just grown niggas, but grown niggas is in the bunch too. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Making these niggas making the nigga wash clothes. Man, that nigga got on his knees and started busting them suds, and I just turned my back on that nigga and walked away and never spoke to the nigga again. You understand what I'm saying? Like, son, you know what I mean? Nah. Know what I mean? Nigga scrubbing jeans with a scrub brush. You feel me?
But
that hot 190.
Hell yeah. I had to disown a few people because the island was so crazy, bro. When I first got there, I seen niggas I knew, and you want a whole nother universe. What the fuck is this? And you thirsty to see somebody. You see a nigga ear you recognize. Yo, you calling them because you thirsty to get familiar because they got you off your square. No, you looking for somebody you know. That's natural.
It's natural.
But you're not supposed to do that. Look how jail is. Damn. You can't be natural at all.
I learned a lesson doing that shit too.
Look, so I'm calling niggas, and the more I shout niggas out, the more they pushing me away. And I'm looking like, and I'm on the phone with my cousin. That's what I was telling them before I had to fight with the 40 nigga. That's when I was like, yo, man, these niggas, I saw such and such. Them niggas act like they don't even know me. So I can't wait to get busy because they got me ready to get busy because they treat me like a lame, period. This is what I'm saying in my mind. So don't you know none of them niggas spoke to me until I had a fight? Once I dusted, after I got jumped, mad niggas was talking to me. Yo, what up? What's good? I'm like, why the fuck y'all niggas ain't talk to me when I was calling y'all?
Yeah, because a lot of niggas had to go through that shit themselves.
They said like, too many niggas be pussy. And they come in and let these niggas ravish them. And I want to see if you stand up for your motherfucking self first. I'm tired of being friends and seeing a nigga get, because that shit really used to hurt. Like you said, you found out that nigga was on his knees scrubbing some shit. I'm going to show you. My man, brother came through, right? See how Shawell said he was tearing it up? No, how Pac said his brother was coming through. So he knew he had to get busy. So, you know, the nigga came through. The nigga, my son Darnell from my projects, his brother came, Raynell, he comes through, right? Son, he go in the house. He in the house with my son and my son Bart. Bart from Brooklyn. I love this nigga. He was another nigga that was my age. Bart was a wild nigga. The captain slapped him. He slapped her back, a female, ASAP. Wooga down. That's how wild shit was. He spit on the floor. She said, you spit on your floor? He said, I spit where I want. She slapped him. He clapped her right back, ASAP. It was like she threw a Frisbee. That shit came back so fast that like she pulled the rubber band. Cause that shit came, he slapped the shit out of her. And the only reason why I respected it is because we was little kids, but son wasn't eating shit from nobody. He didn't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck with it. It could be a brawl. You smack me, you
get
smacked back.
This little nigga was wilder than me. Although he looked at me like I was his older brother type shit. He loved me. Yo, what up, man? He got a voice like that. His name actually was Charlie Brown, I swear to God. No bullshit, right? And he was, yo, what up? He had a square head. I swear to God, I hope wherever this nigga's at, he's safe and he's not in jail, bro. But this little nigga, you know, he would have been who I rolled on your ass with if you came through there playing any games. And because I loved it, Bart, too. You notice I seen the lady slap him. That's because I was a nigga that attended to that nigga. Because we both was the shorties. And we both wasn't having it. So you cherish a nigga when a nigga ain't going for it, because so many niggas fold and be bitches. So you see how you got all these tough niggas out here talking all this murderous shit? The Allen work reverse niggas if they ain't true. They out here wilding, they get in there, they under somebody's fucking feet washing some clothes or calling home. You can't keep a nigga off his girl on the phone type nigga. Niggas stealing his mail, they don't respect him no type of way. They going in his locker. They don't even give a fuck what happened. He can find out anything. That's how that jail shit is, man. You really gotta know what the fuck you doing. It's a whole bunch of shit that you're not supposed to do. When I was telling this story with him, with Laz, I told Laz I was thirsty to see somebody I know. I reflexively, he said, you're not supposed to do that. Immediately. Like he's already been programmed. Don't do that.
What you talking?
Remember when I was like, when I first went to the island, I was thirsty to see somebody, you know, you on a whole nother universe. And if I saw a nigga air and it looked similar to a nigga shit, yo, you calling everything that looked familiar. And you was like, nah, you're not supposed to do that. So I was like, nigga, I could tell that the same way I was programmed on that you not supposed to do, you might have learned on your own from seeing a nigga get smashed. That was a lesson. Look, I know you got plenty of lessons of watching a nigga come in the house different ways. You got the nigga, you said it. Nigga come in, he trying to be familiar with every motherfucking body, that don't work. Nigga come in, he try to keep to himself too much, that don't work. Nigga come in, look, they tell you to keep to yourself though. There's places where that don't work, bro.
Straight up.
So you gotta be well-rounded with the shit. You gotta be the whole toilet bowl to flush this shit correctly, bro. You gotta know, my man got locked up from Jersey. This nigga was tough. His name was Charlie Black, right? I met this nigga in the Beacon just to describe the Rikers Island lifestyle of the shit we had to adjust to. Charlie Black was a tough nigga. I didn't even know this, so I'm not gonna tell you what I know before. So it's me and my son King, my man King. He home too, nigga. I looked you up, motherfucker. Don't you know I was looking you up a day before you fucking got out? My son had 56 or some shit like that with an L. Me and him was in the Beacon. Me and King had the phones though. It was me and King had the phone, and Tim Bloods had the other phone. Not the shit on them niggas. I'm just keeping it real. This is what it was. We was in 9 Block. Me and King sat at one table, and the 5 Bloods, 6 Bloods sat at their one table and had their chairs. We was all cool, but King was a super goon, and I ain't gonna call myself nothing. You figure it out, right?
Where he from, you said?
King from Kelly Ave in the Bronx. He used to, you know, he popped that. He was like a Bronx Harlem type nigga. Cause he used to talk that, yeah, this the big nigga section. He used to say this over to the Bloods every day. Y'all niggas wanna come here, y'all can come sit in the big nigga section. Come here, sit down for a second. Y'all can only stay for 20 minutes though. This is how he was talking to them niggas. But it's just me and him. He got 56, so you know he twisted anything. He already got 2 of them things on him, 12 connection told on him, so he pissed. You feel me? He looking the richer nigga. He fucking the bitch in the house, all that, right? The bitch spazzing, we got the house on the smash. He's a whole nother element. The bitch spazzing on niggas. Niggas is coming and asking her, can they go get shit out the pantry? And she like, you gotta ask King. You know them bitches is fierce. They gonna rub doodle all in your face. You can't give a bitch no shit. So now, this is how me and King get tight though. I go in the pantry and the bitch said, hey, you can't go in there. I said, why not? She said, you gotta ask King. My nigga smoke came out my ears, my nose, and my mouth. Even though this my man, I couldn't believe she was putting the nigga, but you know how these bitches do, little cute bum bitch, look. But if he was a sucker, we would have been scrapping, right? That nigga came up quick, boom, like he had skates. Got beside that bitch, he was vicious with her. He said, not him. She said it again. He said he damn near grabbed her. I don't know what he did, but he might have twisted her, but he put his lips on that bitch ear in front of everybody. He said, I told you, not him. From there, she wanted to give me some pussy after that. She transferred me to the other house that she was working in once a week. So if you still fucking with King, it's all good, because I don't know what happened with King. I know he was smacking that ass in there, but I ain't put a name on blast anyway. But you know what I mean? Anyway, why the fuck I got to telling you about King and me and us in the fucking shit?
You said something happened with the Bloods or something? You see, I had one phone, the Bloods had the other phone.
Yeah, the Tim Bloods had the other phone. So, you know, I was saying King came home. And I just was thinking about this nigga, and I looked on the computer, and I looked this nigga up, and this nigga got released the day I was looking him up out of all of this time. And this was, what was this, man? 99-2000. Yo, but this a nigga I want to give flowers to, not literally, because this nigga's literally a homo. You know what I'm saying? But this shit is just so crazy. I'ma speak on this nigga. I'm not even gonna call this nigga a homo, because I kind of respect this nigga game. And don't think I'm weird, just listen to me, because you might understand. I met this nigga from Maserati Fox, the FO nigga, The Dow Green nigga, the nigga 50 gave $1 million, right? Look, we in the Beacon. But let me give these other niggas their flowers, because I wouldn't have known F.O. Yes, I would have. Because my man not one of the blood niggas out. See, I'm just, not that I'm blood banging. I love them niggas. I bang with 1 million bloods from Churn, all of them niggas. Dizzy, the niggas from the start. I don't know the Bloodsport nigga, but Big Dog, but Bloodsport was around. I give him his flowers for being the legendary nigga. I don't know him, but I know he put that work in. I know he was in HDM. And I know the H ain't house no hoes. And if they did, they was getting stabbed.
Hey, yo, go on Amazon and cop this book you heard from my bro Crime that I was up north with. You heard Gangsta War Stories Volume 2. If you ain't got this, you heavily lacking. Brooklyn, we in the building like a broom closet. You heard? Z-Man, Suicide Polo with the Ski Man. Gen Pop Gang was poppin'. And yo, if you appreciate what I'm doing over here on this channel, feel free to hit that Cash App up with that donation, you heard? That PayPal is heavily in effect too. You're? That Venmo is Gen Pop Laz. If there's a way to get that cash, I got it, you heard?